do the right thing, eh?
That's it. Jessie's getting a right little road rage about it, you know.
Oh, she's not, is she? No.
It's not bad. I think the thing is, I think other people scare her on the road sometimes because of how they act, and I think it just comes out a bit of a burst of anger.
Yeah.
It's just a bit of what the fuck are you doing? Sort of thing. So it's not terrible, but I keep saying like you're right. And she's like, just other people. But
It is, yeah. No, I understand because they do, you know.
We've seen, it's amazing since Jess has been driving, and bear in mind, we've both spent plenty of time in cars as passengers, but now she's driving, and obviously I'm sat where you're sat a lot of the time, and stuff. I tend to notice it a lot more.
Now, there's nothing wrong with having your hands down here, but from the test point of view, they do prefer you to have the proper grip. What I'll say is that it's not really effective steering down there. If you need it in an emergency, you can't really. Then you've got to move your hands up to do it.
And this is it now when we rode towards me, Tess, and start ironing out some of these bad habits.
So we'll turn left then. Okay.
Looks it, yeah.
So we're going to go straight on, Tom, and you can choose your lane. You can either stick to the left or you can stick to the right.
Depends where we're going.
Well, I'm going to give you a choice. You decide which lane you want, and then I'll decide where you're going to go, all right?
I've got that.
Chat it is then.
All right.
Chat Oakwood. For a couple of weeks, so what's been going on in Derby? Bank stabbings and...
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite bad actually, that was.
I know, I mean, I kept in touch with the news, but...
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of hot news around Derby City Centre for a bit, a lot of different theories over why. Some say it was a random attack perpetrated by asylum seekers. Some people say that it was a rivalry thing. The guy was a club pub owner or something, or a restaurant owner. Yeah.
I think we wanted the day after bank holiday something, and
Yeah.
said he had extra money on him that was banking, and maybe he was targeted because of that or whatever.
Yeah, a load of theories.
However, I mean, would you really attack him actually in the bank if you were going to rob him? I suppose they would have done it before he actually got to the bank.
Well, yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
A bit late by that point. Like
Yeah.
he's already there.
Yeah. Who knows, eh? And there was something about Chester Green as well.
What happened to Chester Green?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm not up on the news.
I know
there was a fire.
Yeah, something like that, or something.
Halveston
Got run over or knocked down or something. No, Chester Green. I don't know what it was. Oh yeah, there was a. Yeah, I'll tell you what I did see coming back from the slip road that goes onto the M1 at Castle Donington. We were coming back, and there was a car on fire.
Oh really?
Yeah. I mean, it was massive flames. And on the hard shoulder, just at the top of the slip road.
Yeah.
And we saw him from a good half a mile away. I could see the smoke, and then as we got close, you could see the proper orange flames. And the whole car was all in flames. Quite unusual because I've never actually seen a car on fire. I've seen the burnt out wrecks of them.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a car fire, to be honest with you. I've seen a car doing a lot of. I suppose I've seen a car doing a lot of smoking. I've never seen an actual flames out, and I have noticed. I don't know what it was, but it was kind of early on when Jess was driving, and we were getting out and going to Hilton and kind of first attempts at motorways and things like that. Is how many people seem to have broken down on the side of the road. Like people's cars just break down all the time.
Yeah, I think a lot of them is I mean, the good thing about this car is it's 7 years old this year. So it's 19. No, it was 18. So it's going to be 7 years old this year. But even after this year, because of the warranty situation that they do with Toyota, it's still got 3 years warranty on it, which is amazing, really. And all you need to do that is have the service done every year.
Yeah.
Or all 10,000 miles, whichever comes first. So it's a very good warranty, actually, 10 years.
Yeah, it is actually. How was the weather while you were away anyway? It's been a bit of a mixed bag here.
I've got to tell you, I mean, the first few days, we'll take the next road on the left, please, Tom.
Yeah.
The first few days it was like this, really nice, and then after that it was just overcast and a bit rainy and not that nice, to be fair, but we had our nice new wood burner to break in, so we set some nice fires in that, and
I think we had a similar sort of thing here. Like we had some absolute belters, days like this, and then we had some that was oddly cold again. We sat on the sofa wrapped in blankets in the evening.
Global warming, mate, it's just ridiculous. It's just messing with everything.
It is.
Turning left. I mean, over there, you get proper, you still get seasonal weather. So, it's, I remember last year I was looking at it, at the weather, and they had, I think we were over in February last year, and it was like, I was sat outside in a t-shirt in February, on my swing drinking my coffee, got a swing in the front garden. And, but I was looking at it from motorbiking weather, so I could have used my motorbike last year for like 8 months of the year over there. Over here, you're lucky if you get 8 days.
Is it quite rural where you're moving to in Romania?
Yeah. We're close to a big city. We're about I suppose we're about like Spondon to Derby, away from the main city.
Right, yeah. So not
where we are is like it's a small place, and we're up the hills in it's all woods and forests. It's really nice. But yeah, so quite rural, very quiet. We've got a small road that goes up. So you get the odd car going up and down, and that's about it really. And you can hear the birds singing, the dogs barking, which is a common thing over in Romania.
Oh yeah, plenty of dogs there.
Yeah, straight on, second exit please. And summers go up to 36, 37, winters go down to minus 20, 25. So it's a big seasonal change.
Yeah. I mean, say my brother, his partner Dennis, their family lives in Romania. Theirs is quite rural, and they have a lovely big place, but they're surrounded mostly by farmland and small villages. But they were telling me a funny story. Is where they live, people don't have pet cats.
No.
Dogs, lots of dogs, and there are just village cats.
Yeah.
So there are loads of cats, but no one really owns them. So they kind of just feed themselves, and they're there to keep like mice population down and things like that. Like, you don't have a pet cat.
No.
We've got the cats have names.
Okay.
And my brother quite likes naming them and stuff like that, but they're not cats that you'd let into your house. They sleep in the barns and stuff like that.
That's right, yeah. No, that's absolutely right. So we can set the second road on the left. This is the first. The second is the right. Yeah, the cats, they have a hard life over there for sure. And we did see one with collar on the other day, so they're getting more and more like that.
Domesticated, yeah.
But the dogs are basically kept in the yard on a lead, on a chain.
Yeah, dogs are popular.
Oh, yeah, dogs are very popular over there. And
well, I mean, that's where our dog came, Sam. She was bred in
not in the house. They're not house dogs.
No, these.
Turning right.
Their oldest is allowed in the house, but only because she's been kind of their breeding dog for a while now, and they're putting her. She's going to be resting now. They won't have any more puppies with her, and she is their family dog. Dennis's mum's really fond of her, so she's allowed. But pups aren't allowed in the house, and when she has pups, she stays out. They have an outhouse like shed thing that they use for rearing the pups and whatnot.
My missus used to have one, and it wasn't allowed in the house. And what she said it happened once, he used to try to get in if he could, and it's only a small dog, and he'd sit on the doorstep like that, and then she'd be doing something with the door open, and when she'd look around, he'd moved in a little bit. And then every time the dog thought she wasn't looking, he'd just going, oh, this is like this, making his way in like that.
That's like my dog when it's dinner time. She knows that she's supposed to stay in the kitchen, because otherwise she sits and begs. Especially around the kids. So we have a gate over the kitchen. It's like a baby gate. Mostly because like when Jess's grandparents are over and stuff like that, they're quite old and frail sometimes. So we don't want the dog knocking them over.
Yeah.
So and she'll stay in the kitchen. At dinner, she will do this little see like half in the kitchen, half out. Because he just looking over my shoulder like, no, get back.
Yeah, a few years ago we had a cat turned up on our doorstep, and we think it was an old cat, didn't have any teeth or anything, and she was really emaciated and not in very good condition at all. And we had some old yogurt in the fridge, so we gave her some of that. And anyway, she kept coming back every day, and we kept feeding her every day. And within about 10 days, I think we were only there for 2 weeks, and so within, I think it was about 10 days, and yeah, the coat had started to get colour on it, and she put weight on it, a lot happier, and your tail was up a bit more, and Kevin started purring, wanted a bit of stroke and a bit of fuss, and all that. But unfortunately then we had to leave, so we'd even bought her a bag of food, so we gave that to our neighbour to feed her, but that was it.
There's a lot of stray cats and dogs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so there's the dogs, yeah, they tend to hang around the supermarkets because you know that's where they get more food. We didn't see too many this time, but there was a gang of dogs by one of the local supermarkets, and they're big as well, you know, they're big dogs, and I think there were about 5 or 6, but they kind of stay away from people usually. But you know, if you're walking down like a long road, how does it call over there? You can see a gang of dogs over there, you know, and it's like 5 or 6 of them. It's intimidating, you know, because you never know what they're going to do, you know. So, but it seemed not so bad this time, but there are still strays over there, yeah.
I love dogs. I love my dog. So I'd always have a dog. I know kids that have a cat, but I don't want a cat. I don't mind cats. I've had cats in the past and stuff like that. I just don't like litter trays. I've got nowhere in my house where I'd be happy for a litter tray to be.
No, well, we have one when we go away. We've got a friend comes, the cat stays in. Then we've got a friend who comes around and changes the litter tray. We put it in the bathroom.
Yeah, so we've got, Jess said that, but our bathroom's tiny. A lot of people says, oh, just keep it in the bathroom and stuff, it's out of the way. I'm like, a tiny bathroom, we've not even got a bath, we've got a shower cubicle. Yeah, I know she'd be happy. It's like our friend who's like heavily pregnant, she's about to have a baby, but
we're turning left at the end of the road.
She's got a cat, and that cat's awesome. I love going around and playing with it and stuff, but yeah, and Jess was like, well, how do you feel about it coming and staying with us for a little bit while Tish is in the hospital having the baby and stuff? And I said, well, yeah, can do for a little bit. But that's an indoor cat. Like, she only has it, never goes outside.
Don't get it myself. Indoor cats.
It's a bit of an odd one. Some people are dead for the whole indoor cat thing because they don't like the idea of the cats being outside, hunting the birds and the mice and stuff like that. And a lot of vets will argue that cats they'll easily adapt
I'm going to go straight on the second exit. They do. Yeah, but they soon get used to it.
I don't know. Right, it's outside, isn't it? Like, animals should be allowed outside.
So left, straight on second exit.
Could have gone there.
Creep forward a bit, and then once you're moving, can you go? That's it. Yeah, well, we're taking our cat with us, so I can't say I'm looking forward to it.
Do you think once it's kind of settled, you'll let it out and...
Yeah, I think with cats, what you do is there's a couple of preconditions for us. We've got to make sure that the garden's fenced off properly to stop dogs getting in, actually, not getting out, because she's not used to them kind of dogs over there. And foxes as well are a problem over there. They're not like the British foxes are quite well behaved, you know. I mean, they'll come and look in your bin, but over there they'll chase cats down for them.
Yeah, it's not a problem you hear often in the UK is people's cats getting eaten by foxes. A lot of the time the foxes get seen off.
So there's that, and then I think what you do is you have to keep them in for I think they say about 5-6 weeks actually. So you keep them in, and then with the litter you empty it around the edge of your garden or whatever. And the idea is that when you do let them out, if they do stray a bit further, they can still sort of send the way back home like that.
Yeah, that's quite good actually. So
you establish the scent. So we're going to be going straight on second exit. Now that's going to be left lane, and it's actually to the left. So I say the second exit because there's a road here immediately on the left.
Yeah.
Are we good to go?
We are.
Let's go then. So it's going to be up the slip road there, Tom. See that? So if you just give a left signal as well, let that guy with the dog know what we're doing. That's it. And then from here, you're going to stay in the left lane. So yeah. Just stay in the left lane. You're not going to be joining on. This is the slip road goes around to the Spondon as well. Just going to have to slow down for your bend here.
Yeah.
Just be aware of what's going on around you, Tom.
Should you signal off there if it's a dedicated lane?
No. If you don't, if it's dedicated, you don't need the signal. However, you know, sometimes it's better to give the signal anyway. So the road goes very sharply to the right. This is a test route you're on here. It's very sharply to the right. Again, yeah, you don't need the signal because it is the same road, but there's nothing wrong with popping your signal. They just let people know where you're going. So a mini roundabout ahead, you can see the sign right here, we are going to be going straight on first exit. So you could signal left on approach if it's first exit. And then obviously just give way to the roundabout as normal. We good?
Yeah.
Let's do that. So it looks like we've got a 2-day trip over Europe with a cat in the car. And all I can say is she really moans if you take her to the vet. Oh,
Do you consider giving her a sedative?
Well, yeah, exactly. We're going straight on second exit. Well, it's the first exit actually, so just straight on. That's it, you're good with that. Yeah, we did actually talk about it, but I don't know what's available. I suppose we'll have to talk to our vet and see what they say. I mean, there must be something just to sort of chill her out for it's 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, my dog was driven from Romania to London.
I know, yeah.
And they gave her a mild sedative. They used to get them out and let them stretch their legs every few hours or so many miles or whatever. They used to send you picture updates along their journey.
So we're going to take the next road on the left, it's just here. I know, well, it was after talking to you that I sort of thought about the sedatives actually. Because I said to my missus, I said, you had your dog from Romania. And yeah, there's a sedative, so we'll see what's available.
Yeah. It doesn't knock them out, it just lets them just go a little bit more lethargic and just make the journey a little bit easier for them. That's my understanding anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I think my brother's, because obviously my brother met her, because he lives in London. We drove down from Derby the next day when my brother actually collected her from the people who were delivering it. They said, like, the first things, like, she was fine on her feet, happy to be out of the van and was like really excited, but then as soon as it got settled she just went straight to sleep.
Yeah.
So kind of initial burst of energy, but then she did just kind of sleep off the rest of the sedative for a few hours and then pooped on my brother's bed.
As they do.
Yeah. Because she was in a new place, didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
They just did a poop on the bed.
Yeah, so we're lining up to get our stuff over there. We're lining up a trailer like this.
Yeah.
So we'll rent a trailer.
Hey, you put the cat in that, you'd have to listen to a winch.
No, I know. Believe me, it's already been spoken about. No, we're not allowed to put her in the roof box and stuff. Turning left. But yeah, to get it, we have to do it we're moving our stuff down to London anyway, so we've got family down there, so we've got rented a garage, a shared rented garage, and we'll have a half garage each. And yeah, so we're just going to box all our stuff up, take it out there, and then they'll bring the trailer over, leave it with us overnight. We load it up with all of our stuff, and that's it.
Yeah, rented trailer then.
Yeah, we're gonna rent a trailer.
How do they get it back? Do they collect it, or does
they bring it over.
Yeah.
They do weekly runs from Romania to London. It's a very regular. Right. There's actually quite a few of them doing it. And they bring all kinds of stuff over you. It's cheese and whatever you want to send, you can send it basically. But what we said is we need a whole trailer because we've got a sofa bed to take over.
Yeah.
We bought a really nice sofa bed years ago and it's so nice. It's turning bright. So that's it. So they've given us a price which we're happy with, and we'll arrange that for a few weeks before we go over. Get everything boxed up and ready to go. Do you want to go forward a little bit and so you can see proper to the right as well? Don't be in any rush. This is a great opportunity, one of them opportunities to just wait a little bit longer. See, we could have gone, but you know, you never know what's coming around the way.
I think I can go. Maybe you make your turn nice and quick.
This is fully in. We're good to go.
Yeah.
That's one of them opportunities. So on your driving test, you just used up an extra 20, 30 seconds, 30, 40 seconds.
Yeah, just by holding back.
Happy days, you know. The worst you'd get in that situation if the examiner thought that you were overplaying it a bit is a minor mark.
Be an occasion where you talked about that section of road about recognising road signs and increasing speed because the speed has changed and stuff like that.
Reactive driving.
Yeah. Obviously, with this, I know that it's national speed limit because the sign tells me so, but I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that level of speed down here if you were on a test.
Absolutely. Well, you don't have to do the speed limit.
No,
that's the
but
ceiling.
If I wasn't reaching, because obviously you talked about previously about reaching a certain benchmark, so the examiner could see that you were reaching that speed. Would this be an area where they would expect that as well, or
what they'd expect? What they're really looking for here, as much as the speed, is the change of speeds. So they expect you to slow down for this.
Yeah.
Round you go, and then as the road opens up like this, they expect to see you going faster now. So this is your acceleration point time. And they want to see that acceleration because it's clear, straight road, no danger at all. There you are. Always ask yourself, does it feel like you're making progress down this road? And this does. So what speed? We've got 42 on in the 60 zone. This is fine. That's it. Because they don't expect you to go around this bend faster than you can see to stopping. And that's the crux of it.
Yeah.
You would never go around a bend faster than you can see of the road stopping. So as you round this next bend, you're going to see the road open up, and then they would expect to see you accelerate into it. So as soon as your vision opens up, that's when they expect the acceleration to start, if it's clear, of course. So this is perfect speed, actually. A tad close, or just a tad close on the bend there.
Yeah.
Because as you go around the bend, you don't know if you hit a pothole, then you can be straight in the hedge. Honestly, you can, just like that. So they expect maybe a bit faster on this one because it is pretty clear, to be fair. So just a bit tight there. It's too tight, you're too too close, mate. Slow down. So you're missing the point a little bit here, Tom. Turning left at the end. Yes, go faster, but don't go closer. So you move away and go faster. So move away maybe 30, 40 centimetres. Because as soon as you start hitting the rough edge at that speed, it's dangerous, you know?
Yeah.
So less space, less speed. It's the same principle. More space, more speed, but adapted. You know, you don't want to be going close to the edge on that. So the speed was good. Had you not got so close, it would have been perfect. If a car was to come down the other way, that's when you would slow down and then tuck in. that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's the reactive driving element of it. To a roundabout, I'm going to be turning right, third exit. Turning right to this next roundabout, third exit again. Roundabout, we're going to go straight on the second exit, please. turn right at the end of the road.
Okay.
I'd say the next road on the right. Right at the end of this road. Do you know what, that thing there, that jogger, we had one of them exactly the same as that.
Did you?
Exactly the same.
Any
Same
good?
colour and everything. Yeah, it's new as well.
Oh, was it?
Rubbish.
Was it?
Oh God. We've had a Duster before, new Duster. They're really quite decent. You know.
Yeah, I love Dusters.
The Dusters are good drive and comfortable, but this is cheap and it's longer than the Duster, but it only had like a little 1 litre engine in there. And I mean, it went if you wanted it to go, but it was struggling a bit, you know.
Yeah.
And it was uncomfortable. You know, I started getting out. I started feeling uncomfortable after an hour or whatever driving it. But it had some features that I liked. I like the fact that you don't need your key. It's keyless, so
Yeah.
you just keep your key in your pocket as you approach the car. It opens for you. As you walk away, it closes. That's really a handy feature.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite handy.
But apart from that, that was it. Oh yeah, it had heated seats, which is really nice. Essential over there.
See, we've got heated seats in the Seat, and do you know what? It was nice, but I'm not gonna lie, they get really fucking hot. Like, to the point where I'm like, I can't keep them on for too long. I don't know how I could drive with it burning with something like that. And it's just a little bit, just to warm you through. But
they should have, yeah, it's get it warmed up. I mean, the ones in that had like a second setting, so like half setting.
Yeah, but even on the half setting, it's too. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not particularly a fan of being hot anyway. I don't like it. It irritates me. Or makes me irritable, as my wife would say. But I've always had this kind of like
turning right at the end
thing where if I'm cold and it's winter, I can warm myself up. You can put the heating on, you can put a jumper on, you can do things, exercise, whatever you feel like. When you're hot and you're like really hot, there is not a lot you can do to cool yourself down, especially when you're lying there in bed and it's just sweltering. And I really, really don't like that.
Turning left. Yeah, do you know what we've got over there? Our house is earth brick, and so basically it's made of earth. The walls are thick, like 40 centimetre walls, and no matter how hot it gets outside, inside is a constant 21 degrees. Between 21 and 22, it's like having air conditioning.
That would do me. I'm usually kind of an 18 to 20, and I'm comfortable. Like it's about 18 degrees in our house most of the time. I mean, I'll let it when it's just me at home, even during winter, I'll let it drop right down to like 14, something like that. It doesn't tend to go below that. But that's fine for me and the dog because I'll just put a jumper on. But if Jess is at home, she won't let me drop it much below maybe 22, to be honest with you.
Right at the end.
Big gap outside. Nope.
I think you could have gone, mate, to be honest.
Could have made it. Shouldn't have hesitated.
Just keep looking both ways.
That'll do me.
Yeah.
Surely can't get marked down for hesitating though.
Second?
Surely can't get marked down for hesitating too long.
Well, you went to go and then you changed your mind. They would mark you down for undue hesitation on that one where you went and then stopped.
Yeah.
Because you stopped. It wasn't going fast. It was just ambling along, and it was a good 70, 80 metres away.
Yeah.
So you had plenty of time to go. And you'd already been sort of assessing both sides.
I think it's because I couldn't see him. I thought there was a no, and then all of a sudden he was in my view. And actually, if I could have actually thought, yeah, fair enough, it's appeared in my view now, but I have still got time. But I didn't. I just saw he was there a sudden, and I was like, no, stop again.
Just experiencing it.
Yeah.
Straight on, second exit of this roundabout, next on.
Cool.
parking signs for city centre.
You're not indicating.
Road on your right. Left. Turn right, you know where you're home from here, don't you?
I do, yeah. You're quite busy today.
Sorry?
You're quite busy today.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a quick bit of lunch after this, and then I've got next one's 1 o'clock. And I've got 2 hours later actually. Yeah, just drive home.
I'm not going to try and overtake you on this corner. It's a gap problem.
I think you're good. just slow it down as you're going in. That's yours, isn't it?
Yep.
So keep moving. Start turning now. A bit earlier than what you thought. There you go. Now turn away, turn away, turn away. You're too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be a bit more proactive on your steering there. So you turn in early, and then I think you are just turning too steep into it as well. So just gently.
I need to practice this.
Because what I really wanted you to do there was 2 little steps to come in.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that.
Yeah.